ask that, what made you who you are? What made you?
What made me who I am? Okay. The first answer is God made me who I am, right? You cannot be anything you want to be unless it's allowed by God. That's the first thing. You cannot be anything you want to be unless it's allowed by God, right? Now, you have a part to play in that. Now, this is the part I played in that. I made sure that I took the craft serious and studying. Like Osei was saying, people will not see that part, right? The part that you stay long and practice. People will not see that. The part that you practice something and you are not getting it, people will not see that. They can't even imagine that you are saying you are practicing something and you are not getting it. But there are times where you hear something and you can't reproduce it at that instant. But it doesn't mean you should give up. You should keep on pressing on, right? So first of all, spend time with this instrument. Know it inside out. Know everything about it, right? You should even know that this drum is made of maple shell, right? Like that's detailed. You should go the extra mile to know things that people don't care about. You get it? You should know the type of shell the drum is made up of, because it's actually influencing the sound, right? Like he said, the number of pliers and the number of shell. If I have a maple shell, it's not going to sound the same thing as a birch shell or a mahogany shell, right? Or a walnut shell. So when you go to the music shop, and because the drum looks like this, you went to buy it, and you didn't know the kind of shell it's made up of, you'll be disappointed, right? So that's what I'm saying. Going the extra mile in knowing stuff. The second thing is, when we were growing up, internet wasn't something that was common, right? I remember I had to go to Circle, busy internet, and pay just to watch a drum video for 30 minutes and go back home. Can you imagine? Yeah, I can't even copy what I'm watching. Whatever I was watching, I hope that when I get back home, I can remember what I was watching and try and practice something. Right? There was not even a device that you can video what you are watching there, so that when you go back home, you can try and reproduce it. So it was that difficult trying to get materials. So what we were doing is we were following people who knew how to play, people who had gone ahead of us, right? And it's actually still not outmoded. There are some things you can only learn by getting close to people who have gone ahead of you, right? You can sit in your room and watch all the videos, but there are certain things you never know unless you get close to people who have walked that path. You get what I mean? So get close to somebody who knows more than you, right? Like I got close to this drummer, Frank Kissi, right? My elder brother used to play with him in church. My brother was on bass and he was on drums. So he told me he saw this drummer and he's very good. He wants to introduce me to him. So we met, and he told me that at the time he was playing with Kodwentry, just like Osei is playing. So he was busy. He told me that he can't get time to sit me down and teach me, right? But some of us will take offense at that comment. Why are you telling me you can't get time for me? I've approached you and telling you that I want to learn, but you are telling me you can't make time for me. He told me the best he can do for me is that when I hear that he's playing somewhere, I should come and watch. Right? Somebody will take offense at that comment and say that, you even tell me that, okay, come just 10 minutes or 15 minutes, I can make time for you. You're telling me wherever I hear you playing, when I hear you are playing at so and so place, I should come there and watch. Not even come and ask you something. I should come and watch. So I didn't take offense at that. I actually made sure that I was listening to the radio. Wherever I heard Jane and Benny's playing, I made sure I was there to watch him play. And it wasn't a waste of time for me. Whenever I watch him play, I go home with something from him. right? With time, I had gathered so much information from him that some of the people around me were telling me that I was actually beginning to sound like him without a close form of learning, right? I was just learning from afar. You get it? I was learning from afar, but I was able to pick up a lot of information from him. I hope you get what I'm saying. So you can learn by practicing, you can learn by watching videos, and you can learn by getting close to people who have walked that path. I think that form of learning is the most easiest, because the person can just break things down for you instead of you trying to crack your mind to grasp things. So I actually use all these methods to learn. I got close to people. I remember when I met Osei at Joyful Way, one of their programs, their December programs they used to have annually, right? I met him, he came to play with Soul Winners. So we met backstage and I introduced myself. He said, oh, he's heard about me, but we've not actually met before. And I also expressed joy about meeting him. And I waited for his time to play. And I actually went to watch him when he was playing. I was standing just backstage watching him. When he finished, I was like, wow. I actually feel like I'm watching one of the drum videos I watch when I go on the internet to watch videos. So that was the feeling I was getting when I was watching him play live, right? So whenever I meet him, even up to date, whenever I meet him, I have something to ask him about, something I've heard him do or something I've seen him do, right? I don't think I've gotten to the point beyond learning. There's never, if you think you've become beyond learning, then it means that's when you start coming down. You feel you know all, right? So get close to people and try to get much information from them. Spend time to rehearse and record yourself when you are rehearsing. Every rehearsal session I have, I record myself. Yeah, and I also practice with the click as well. Recording myself is to help me judge myself, right? Sometimes Yao cannot tell me the truth. When I say, Yao, how do you see my play? You might be tempted to say something nice to me. But me going back to listen to my recording, I can't lie to myself. If it's not good, it's not good. I hope you get it. If you listen to yourself, you can't lie to yourself. What you are playing is not good. Or it's not good enough. It's not like the drummers you have been watching and admiring. So it tells you that there's work to be done.
All right.
Recording yourself is not Instagram Live or Facebook Live.
No. Yeah, please let me share on that.
This generation there.
Let me share on that.